Interpretation experiment. The ninth night. Why did he have such a dream? The ultimate closeness born from deprivation. The closeness drawn by a lonely childhood. Among Natsume Soseki's 10 nights of dreams, the ninth night stands out as an anomaly. While the other nights begin with the phrase, "I had a dream like this," this night alone closes with the confession, "I heard such a sad story from my mother in a dream." Soseki was sent out to a foster home shortly after birth, and grew up harboring the loneliness of an unwanted child. Bouncing between adoptive parents, he was overly interfered with by his adoptive father as a tool for worldly success, and his ties with his biological parents were frail. In his actual life, Soseki never had the experience of being unconditionally protected or held closely by anyone. For him, the setting of a 3-year-old self, clinging to his mother's back and sleeping in her warmth, was perhaps a reconstruction of the lost paradise he yearned for all his life. The 3-year-old child surrenders to the comforting sway on his mother's back. Physically, it is the shortest possible distance. He is as closely attached to his mother as one could possibly be. However, that closeness is built upon a cruel contradiction. The mother is a lonely planet wandering in the darkness of despair, having lost her son, her husband, father. Even while plastered to his mother's back, the child is entirely spared from bathing in the deadly poison of the time lag of death that resides within her heart. Soseki deliberately depicted himself as an ignorant star that knows nothing. The more the mother performs her 100-fold visits to the shrine in hellish agony, the more those vibrations lull the child into a deep sleep. The irony that the mother's despair maintains the child's peace. This is likely a metaphor for the fundamental loneliness, being closely attached to a parent, yet never being able to touch their truth, drawn by Soseki, who doubted parental love and was exposed to a distorted affection, masquerading as expectation. The father in the story is a tragic samurai who fought for a noble cause and was killed by roaming warriors. However, for the real Soseki, his adoptive father, Shonosuke, was an unlovable figure who destroyed their family through infidelity and treated him like a mere tool. In the ninth night, Soseki may have rewritten the real unlovable father into a father who died for a noble cause, and he created the idol of a young mother who prays desperately for that father at the risk of her life. The figure of a mother who carries me on her back and prays with all her heart, which never existed in reality. It is perhaps his unreached yearning for his biological mother, whom he lost when he was 14, taking on a different form. I heard such a sad story from my mother in a dream. With this final sentence, the story is sublimated from reality into reminiscence. The deceased mother appears at the bedside of the adult Soseki in a dream and confesses the truth. Your father was already dead at that time, but because you were sleeping on my back, I was able to keep walking. This is a belated confession, a message of reconciliation from the mother to the son who slept innocently on her back. The destination of the mother's prayers might indeed have been nothingness. However, what his adult self learned was the fact that, while praying for the dead, you continued to warm me, the living, on your back. No matter how emotionally distant and ignorant star he was, that warmth on her back was the only absolute truth Soseki ever attained. That night, on my mother's back, I was watching a fading sun from a place as distant as the edge of the universe. Now that I have grown up, I finally touched that heat, and with a burning pain, learned the true nature of that night. The unreached prayers, and the warmth that certainly did reach him. The final dream Soseki depicted might have been a quiet requiem to gently bridge the distance between himself and the parents who abandoned him, the parents who forced their expectations on him, and the parent who died without truly seeing him.